today we're going to dive into this Camduck XN 4K nanny cam, discrete hidden camera, you know, all that stuff. And we're going to take a look. Now, I was sent this, so here it is, and I'm just going to review it. I've been using it for about a week to see what I think, and I'm not getting paid for any of this, or I'm not doing, you know, I won't do that to this channel. If I like it, I'm going to say I like it. If I don't, I'm going to say I don't. Otherwise, people can just keep their stuff. But anyway, I was sent this, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It's not something I would normally buy on my own. Now, I do have cameras around my house, but they're not like hidden cameras. I don't do that. They're outside, like on the patio. They're facing main doors and stuff like that. And generally, it's for security, like over the driveway and stuff like that. Now, these are a little different. These are meant to not let people know you have them. Like, these should be used for other things. Like, what other things are you saying? What other things could they be used for? Well, maybe you do go away, or maybe you live somewhere where like bug pest control comes in. Maybe you don't have control over that. Maybe it's by the unit, or maybe you have service folks like doing the floors or painting. If you have someone in like a elderly care home and you want to catch something like that, you can put that. But again, put them in decent areas. Like, come on now. They don't abuse these things. Don't put them in Airbnbs. Don't, go get help. If you're doing that, and if you're hearing this and you're watching this review and you're thinking of doing that, I'm going to tell you right now, you need help. Go get some help. Now, it took me a while to do this review because I couldn't find it because it was hidden. Inside, you have, of course, your XN device, a pick, a screwdriver, and the instructions. Now, what you don't get is the SD card. Now, they do have a bundle where you get the SD card, but just pick up a cheap SD card and you'll be fine. And the SD card's good because that'll allow you to record to the SD card 24/7. And as you can see from looking at it, it looks like your standard power outlet. It's got the 4 power adapters, and it's power adapters, 4 plugs, and it's got 2 USB and a USB-C. And, plug it in your wall, it's going to blend in and whatever. So, and you can actually use it. So if someone goes in to plug something in, it's going to power. They're not just for looks. So that's good if you're trying to do a hidden nanny cam for legit reasons. Now, there is a lot to like about this, and I'll get into that. But first, I'm going to go over what I didn't really like about it, and that's my opinion. You may find it fine, but let's get into it. So the first one, and I noticed this right off the bat, I'm a very suspicious person, all right? So when I go stay places or whatever, I'm looking around, I'm like, what's in there? What's in there? So I'm gonna check things out. And then you get this, and this doesn't look like your typical outlet plug. It's where the USBs are. It's got this big long window, and then down here, like it almost looks like a solar window. And what's that for? So right off the bat, if I were to see this, I'm gonna be like, that looks a little bit strange. It looks a little bit strange. And I'm gonna pull it out from the wall and just take a look. And then that leads to my other point. That back piece. What power outlet has the back piece like this? You don't need batteries for it. You don't need, if you need a SIM card, it's recording. So this right there is doubly suspicious. So with this big long window up here that looks like something could be behind it, and then this thing down here, which makes no sense if I'm thinking about it in terms of a regular power outlet. And then I take it out and I look at the back. Now that really doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, what is that? So I'm going to take that out. And so if I saw this somewhere, I'm suspicious, so I'm looking around. I saw this somewhere, I'm going to take it out, see what's behind here. And I'm going to put that in a drawer because this isn't going to fool me. And one of the other things that I'm going to say is not great. While I did say these USB ports are functional, I'm going to say barely functional. And how do I know that? Well, I tested it. So I plugged in a high-speed USB-C cable to this, and I plugged it into my almost depleted Samsung Ultra 22 phone. And when I did that, it even came up with a warning that says, hey, check all your device cables and plugs because it's not too good. And it was going to take 7 hours and 50 minutes to charge from 3% to 100. All right, so what do I like about the Camduck? Well, first, it's called the Camduck. I like anything named with the duck. I always wanted to be a duck. I just couldn't afford the bill. Anyway, let's get into what I like about it. So it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And because it is Wi-Fi, you can pretty much access it anywhere and see what's going on. So I do like that. Now, the other thing you need to know, you'll get a lot of these nanny cams, and maybe they are connected, or maybe you have to connect through their website, but they're not encrypted. Don't do that. Don't give other companies you don't know access to inside of your house through their cameras. So this one's entirely encrypted, and you don't even have to use the Wi-Fi, so you can control that security how you want. So I do like that. So it feels more secure with the 100% encryption. And this Camduck XN does not record audio. And that's actually a good thing, because depending on the laws of the state, it might be illegal to record audio unless you have consent. So yeah, they could have added it and you just turn it off. But this does away with any of that issue. So no audio, you don't need to record audio, and it's not going to. So that's actually a good thing on a nanny cam. As I mentioned before, all the ports function. Sometimes these nanny cam, hidden cam things, they don't function, and that's a dead giveaway, but these function. Now, there is a negative where I said they barely function. These are very slow, but they do function. So that's a good thing here. It has a very nice field of view. I was liking the field of view. I believe they said it's a 160-degree field of view. I think the 160 field of view is great for how small, wherever this camera is, for how small that is. It's a great field of view. And it takes really good video. I was really impressed that with the size of this and how small the camera is, the video is actually pretty impressive. Whether you're doing it in 2K or 4K, it looks great. And I did some videos and I tried it in different lighting conditions, and it all looked good. Even recording in pitch black darkness, you get some nice details. Yeah, very impressed with the video quality of this. The other thing I liked about the Camduck is the app. The app was useful. It was very easy to connect. It shows I've never opened the app and not been able to connect to the camera. So that's good. So every time I opened it, I can connect and see it. And that's important because you don't want to mess around with that. You also have a lot of settings from within the app to download the footage, share the footage. And what I like about the share the footage, you can share it through multiple ways, even upload it to a cloud drive. So very good options for the share on this, and the app just has all kinds of settings, so I really like that. I think they did a great job. This thing packs a technological punch because the video is clear. It's in all lighting. You want to use it indoors, but all lighting indoors and dark lighting and the night vision, it's all there. There's options for just Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. The app connects great. I never had an issue, and I was pretty impressed with the HD and 4K video. A lot of options in the app to share or download your videos and stuff. So all in all, I'm pretty impressed with this. Now remember the ethical uses of this. You must understand the ethical uses and don't be a perv. Use it for good. It's in your hands. Use it for good.